Hey guys, welcome to another Friday with DP. My name is Drew,
I'm Phil.
and we're doing the Winter Park Boat Tour.
Hello. I want to welcome everybody to the Winter Park Scenic Boat Tour. My name is Scott. I'm going to be showing you 3 of the 6 lakes that comprise the Winter Park chain of lakes. We're going to see the 3 largest of the 6. This one is Osceola, named after the Seminole warrior. The Seminoles used to camp on these shores in the winter. The Albin Polasek Museum. That is a Winter Park treasure because Albin Polasek, one of the truly great sculptors of the 20th century. You can see some of his works in the lower right-hand corner of the lawn there. He was head of the sculpture department at the Art Institute of Chicago, no less, for 30 years. That was his retirement home, loved Winter Park, and after he passed away, they turned that into a museum to celebrate his art. There, that's the Capon House, oldest house built on the chain of lakes. It was built in 1885. And up until 2015, that house sat right where it was built in 1885. Across the lake on that shoreline. The left hand, the right 80-acre campus open to the public. Really beautiful. Princeton Review, as a matter of fact, a few years ago put it in the top 5 most beautiful in the nation. Rollins was established by the Congregationalist Church in 1885. That makes it the first institution of higher learning in the state of Florida. About to see was built in the 1890s for a man named Edward Brewer, who had one of the largest carriage manufacturing firms in the country up in Cortland, New York. Now, he wanted to start spending his winters down here, and he wanted his wife to be excited about that idea. He knew she adored their home up in Cortland, so he built her an exact replica of it, and there it sits right there, down to every detail. 8 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a ballroom, and 2 full kitchens. Canal that we're going to be going through is called the Venetian Canal, and it's pretty amazing. I would guess it's just over half a mile long. It's very narrow and windy. That's part of its charm. It weaves its way right through the heart of Winter Park. Once we get past the Palmer Avenue Bridge, which you'll see is just ahead of us, to the right we're going to begin to parallel Alabama Drive the entire length of this canal and a good bit of the next lake shore. And I'm bringing that to your attention because Alabama Drive is Winter Park's most scenic drive. I'm also going to show you a beautiful park on the next lake you might want to visit, and it sits right on Alabama Drive. And here on the right is the beginning of that park that I mentioned earlier, Kraft Azalea Gardens. Absolutely gorgeous. 12 acres, goes all the way around the point, has its own dock and parking. And I've been told there are a couple of the larger cypress trees on the interior that are approaching 1,000 years in age. People come down here, they string hammocks up in the cypress trees, read and relax. Picnics, a lot of photography happens here, and a lot of weddings coming into view. You'll see where we'll see sometimes 2 or 3 weddings a day right here. Here on the right, not the largest house on the chain of lakes, but there's nothing else quite like this one. The architect was Meisner. He did 4 separate structures for that property, including that great boathouse with a guest house on top, pool house lower left. The Italian garden, the hands that you see moving down the terraces, that's a little stream of water that flows through those hands into the pool. So we just saw a guest house that was on top of a boathouse. This white house here, to the right, where the American flag is, that's the pool house. Below that, the pool. Center is the main house. Below that, a clay tennis court. Up top left, that's their guest house. 2-story attached guest house. saw a guest house on top of a boathouse. We saw a two-story attached guest house. That house that they just have finished up a few weeks ago, there's a striking resemblance to the house next door to it in terms of architecture. That's because it is going to be the pool house and the guest house. Bird sitting on our scenic boat tour sign. That is an anhinga, or a snake bird. And the reason they're called snake birds, if you ever see them swimming in the water very often, you'll just see their neck, and they kind of look like a snake. So what I was told about them, they are in the duck family. However, unlike ducks, they don't have the oil on their feathers, so after they've been fishing for a while, they get waterlogged. And oftentimes, they're the ones that strut their wings out like that. It's not because they're proud, it's because they're trying to dry their wings. Answer to the question, what is the largest house on the chain of lakes? It sits right there, that cream-colored house behind the palm trees with a dark brown tile roof and all the chimneys. That one just shy of 30,000 square feet. So it's roughly 3/4 of a football field under roof.